What did your boss do that made you quit on the spot? I worked for a Fortune 500 company. This was back in the glorious year 2000. I had training in PeopleSoft, Microsoft Office Suite, database management, and about 20 other programs including some talent with HTML and web page production software. I started off as a student intern for a year and then was hired as a permanent employee in the same division. I was an entry-level 4 secretary. 6 months into the job, corporate leadership announced that the AV division was being shut down. People in the division were being offered compensation packages which included a separation bonus equaling a month's pay for every year of service. Heck, I'd only been a real employee for 6 months. That wasn't going to work for me. I had to find another job. Normally, it would take approximately 16 years to rise from a level 4 secretary to level 6 senior secretary. I read the guidelines issued to handle the shutdown and learned it was my opportunity to bypass the standard timeline. Those looking to transfer within the company had to find an opening, apply, qualify for an interview, and be offered a job. Best part, for me, they would be allowed to transfer into jobs up to 2 levels above the job they currently held. Instant promotion. This would allow me to avoid the needless and interminable timeline the company imposed. While other people panicked and took the first job they could find, I methodically set myself to archiving marketing materials and everything else I thought company historians might find of interest in future. I also boxed up all my group's records and papers for storage. I spent hours every day canceling the industry magazines every salesperson, manager, etc. received every month. Trust me, industry magazines survive on advertising and do not want to have even a single person cancel a subscription. For me, that was the most tedious part of the shutdown, canceling all of those subscriptions for hundreds of people. I helped everyone pack up their stuff and shipped boxes off to other buildings or facilities across the country. I had 6 months to watch everyone as they bailed out into other divisions. I spent my lunch time scouring the internet for job openings, concentrated on listings that would provide the promotion I was looking for. I limited my search to level 6 jobs. I was determined to avoid that 16 years ridiculous corporate timeline. Several months into the process, the option to job swap with another employee was offered. This meant that an older employee seeking to retire could take advantage of the severance package. I added the find someone who wants to retire quality to my job search. Swap with them. I found a job I wanted even though it was internal rather than a manufacturing or marketing group. It was a perfect amalgamation of my search criteria. The job was being performed by a level 6 who was in ill health and was going to retire anyway. This helped both of us, as with this maneuver, she received the additional severance and I got her job. But only if I qualified, was chosen for an interview and was offered her job. The world was changing and becoming much more computer intensive. My computer skills far exceeded hers and I understood database management as well. I toured her area, spoke with some of the people working there to see what it is they thought they wanted in a new assistant and formulated my interview answers. I applied, was interviewed, and they made me the offer. It was only during the meeting when I accepted the position that they pulled a fast one. Instead of my immediately becoming a level 6, it was being presented as a 5/6. Do your job well and you'll be promoted to 6 in 1 year. Should have known better, but dumbass me, I believed them. I was a recent graduate with lots of computer training and belief in my own abilities. I got myself named to the division IT committee. Completely and utterly unheard of at Mother Mining. That company is designed for and run by PhD scientists and MBAs. My little office computer user certificate wasn't something that got you far at Mother Mining. I guess I convinced them because I was added to the committee and actually had a voice at the table. During those meetings I learned that the division wanted to develop internet sites for the 3 groups that made up the division. They budgeted $30,000 per site. I said I can do that. They looked at me like I was crazy. I restarted my confidence I could do the job. Well, I got the opportunity to build my unit site while the other 2 went to a contractor. I built it in between doing my other work. I beat the timeline and reception for the site was overwhelmingly positive. I took the job because I was told that I'd jump to a level 6 in a year if I did well. It had already been 2 years and the manager kept coming up with BS for why I couldn't get promoted. He was an international manager and traveled half the year, several months at a time visiting company factories around the world. I coordinated with him to ensure all of his reports were written and dispersed. I signed his name on everything but personnel reviews and promotions. I'd get glowing quarterly reviews and then when it came time for my annual review, suddenly, there's issues. Then one day, I overheard my manager bragging to someone in another group that my secretary's saving me $30,000 in building this site and another $5,000 a year in maintenance. Yeah, I could probably lend her to you to do your site as well. After hearing him bragging about how much money I was saving him, and him planning on loaning me out to scoop up favors and leverage, I said to myself, I'm getting that promotion or I'm getting gone. I typed up a letter of resignation and had it in a folder on my desk. I scheduled an appointment and during our meeting told him, when I took this position, I was promised I would advance to a level 6 in 1 year if I did my job well. I am performing tasks at levels far above my job description and pay scale. I'm doing work far above the level 6 that I was promised 2 years ago. I respectfully request my promotion to level 6. Now. He looked at me and said, the company has a timeline for non-exempts to advance and you've already jumped the queue and advanced faster than the schedule allows. I can't justify giving you this promotion when others are patiently waiting. We have rules. I responded, show me the rule I've broken. Everything I did within the guidelines established when they shut down AV. I followed the rules. You're objecting that I put some thought into my job search? This is not what I was promised when I accepted this position. I was out of the country when you took this job. I don't know what you were promised. You can wait like everyone else. I nodded, got up from the chair and went out to my desk. I picked up the letter and brought it back into his office and laid it on his desk. I quit. People don't quit mother mining, he told me. They do now. I still love the products the company makes. I just never developed patience for bullshit games.